Howdy.
Oh no! Cleo, no!
It's alright.
And now it's cracked.
Maya! Maya!
This time, curse. Set it up. Let him go. I'll let you walk out that door.
No! My TV! I'm really not making the kids out to go to the ER. Oh my god!
Are you? Attention, the kitchen.
This is, if I turn this in, they'll give me some headphones. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Oh, free fella!
Hey, you was a tree topper for Christmas. Oh no! Honey, are you okay? We just spent so long decorating that. You just. Really, I told you to use a chair.
Oh,
What's going on? What's going on, high school? Hey, it's, December. We miss you guys. We just got back from the holidays. Hey, Lisa, did you have a great Thanksgiving?
I did have a great Thanksgiving. I went to my brother or my sister's house, even though we weren't
Ooh.
supposed to blend families. But
Yeah.
there were only 8 of us, so I think it was okay because we kept it under 10.
Yeah, and, it's still your family.
It is
so
still my family, and I
you
see
guys
them
didn't
all
have
the
to
time.
travel
No.
via airplane, so
I did
think
have
you're
to
good.
travel 4 miles.
Oh, that's
Wasn't
a
too
couple
bad,
too
though.
many.
How about you? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did, just the family hanging out, having the good old turkey and lobster.
I saw lobster tails
Yeah.
on your plate, and maybe some brisket.
Yeah, we got a little fancy this year.
I think they just kind of did the meat overload.
That's what happens every year.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, hey, we are so excited you guys are joining us. Quick shout out to a couple of guys. We see you guys interacting in chat. Austin, Cheyenne. Hey, we're so excited that you're here. Also, quick shout out to the senior guys. I know a couple of you guys are joining us and watching
We are.
tonight. Anyone else, watching us tonight?
Oh, I think there's quite a few people.
I hope
Last
so.
time I looked, there was quite a few. So just
Yeah.
type in the chat. Let us know that you're there because we have some anonymous people watching. So we want to know your
True.
name.
We
So
wanna
type in
know-
your chat.
We want to know who you are because, again, we have no one in the room, so we are talking to
I know we're
no
kind of
one.
lonely here. It's just
Yep.
me and Jason.
Anyways, guys.
We miss
as-
you guys really a lot.
We also have
And
we
we have
do have the
Aaron
sound
back
crew.
there
Yep.
too, and there's a couple people help us in the back, so we want to give a shout out to them as well.
Yep. As always, we want to give a big thank you to them. But anyways, guys, as always, exclamation part enter. Join in for tonight's giveaway. Today is National Sock Day, if you would believe it. So we're giving away some pretty nifty Christmas socks. You guys
Everybody
wanna
needs
get
some
on that.
Christmas socks.
Yeah, there's never a bad time to wear
No,
a good pair
there
of
isn't.
Christmas socks.
And you know what else today is?
What else?
It is basically our annual ugly Christmas sweater contest.
Oh, you're right.
So
right.
I have some good news for you guys. You're not competing against everybody in the room. You're only competing against your small group. So you
Quick
basically
wins.
have a really good chance of winning if you do an ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah,
So
what
you
are
might have one like Jason right here, or you might have one like me, but you know what? You can decorate yours with things around the house. So I just went back to our closet and found a few things for my red sweater.
What you got there? You got a Santa beard?
It's a Santa beard, but I'm going to use it kind of as a necktie.
Ooh, getting fancy up in here.
I know.
What else we got going on over there?
And
we
then
got a whole
I
pile.
found this cool pink monkey.
Oh, pink monkeys. Nothing
Everybody can
says
use a
Christmas
pink
like
monkey.
nothing says Christmas like pink monkeys.
All right. I think it'll snap on here. I got it to work.
If not, we
there.
can always just
Pink
tie
monkey,
that.
pink
Oh, there we
monkey.
go. There we go.
And then, of course,
okay.
you got to have some beads.
Gotta
Gotta
get
have
the
some
bling.
beads.
Gotta get the bling. Gotta
Okay.
draw the people's eyes a little.
And of course, you got to top it off with some kind of hat.
Oh, I mean, come on. You got Christmas, a hat like that. You
I know.
You blend in with the Christmas tree right
I know.
behind
So
us.
less than a minute, and I have an ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah, if you guys don't have a Christmas sweater like this one, you can always make your own. Be a part of the fun. Tonight is our Christmas service. I know it doesn't feel like it because we're not all together, but it is. And as much as it might be, we're looking at like, oh, I wish we were all like hanging out, being able to sing Christmas carols together, and just enjoying the fellowship we have here. Let's press into this season. We can't do that because of the pandemic. But we can still celebrate, we can still worship, we can still enjoy Christmas and celebrate the purpose and the meaning behind all of this. So tonight we've got an awesome
Before we go
program
to
for you.
worship, we want to see all of your ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yes, I forgot
So
about that.
we want you to upload your video or your pictures to Challenge People 3 at gmail.com. So once again, that's challengepeople3 at gmail.com. And we're going to have a slideshow of all of you at the end of the night. So upload your video or your pictures by 6:45. And
Absolutely. Yeah,
I
get
know.
those
It's gonna be great.
pictures in. What's that email again?
challengepeople3 at gmail.com.
Challenge People 3, guys. Send it over, send it in. 6:45 is the cutoff time, so make sure you just upload it. You can just take a quick
kinda
selfie
have to hurry.
and send it in to us because we'd love
It's
to be
gonna
able
be
to
great.
share you and your ugly Christmas sweaters with the world. With that being said, we've got worship led by our awesome JG and Logan. They'll be leading us in some Christmas worship. We've got
I
a
love
message
it when they
coming
lead
up.
worship. It's so good.
It's so good, right? So
It
good.
is.
Anyways, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pass the video off to Logan and JG.
For our Christmas party tonight. We're going to rejoice in our... Hey, students, thanks so much for joining us online for our Christmas party tonight. We're going to rejoice in our Savior tonight, right, JG? That's right. So wherever you are, I want to encourage you to sing some joy in this Advent and Christmas season. Let's sing together. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. In heaven and nature sing, in heaven and nature sing, in heaven, heaven, nature sing. Oh, joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat, repeat the sounding joy. No more that sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, far as the curse is found, far as the curse is found, far as the curse is found. Oh, it he rules the world with truth and grace, and he makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and the wonders of his love, and the wonders of his love, and the wonders of his love. His love. When he rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and the wonders of his love, and the wonders of his love, and the wonders of his love. Let every heart prepare him a room. In heaven and nature sing, in heaven and nature sing, in heaven, heaven, nature sing. And hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God Lord, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time, behold him come, offspring of a virgin's womb, veiled in flesh, the God at sea, hail the incarnate deity, pleased with us in flesh to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Oh, hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Hail the heavenly Prince, come on, sing. Hail the heavenly Prince of Peace, hail the Son of righteousness, light in life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings, mild he lays his glory by, born that man no more may die, born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth. Oh, hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Come on, sing this verse again. Hail the heavenly Prince of Peace, hail the Son of righteousness, light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings, mild he lays his glory by, born that man no more may die, born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth. Oh, hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn
Guys, Christmas season is finally here. Oh, I love this time of year. I don't know whether you guys have already started getting into the Christmas music, playing it, singing it. What's your favorite song this year? I don't know if maybe you've already started hanging lights on your house. Oh my goodness, one of my most favorite things to do is drive around and see the lights on houses during this Christmas season. Man, it's like the 4th of July fireworks for me. I could sit there and stare at them all day long. They are incredible. In fact, I love seeing those Technicolor light displays where the music plays with the lights. It's incredible, and to be honest, I couldn't even tell you about it. Have you ever seen the best light display and then try to tell others about how awesome, amazing, incredible, and impacting it was? Only to realize your words fail to impress and impact the person you're trying to explain it to. The truth is this: telling others about things that impact us is really, really important, but ultimately they have to go and see it and experience it themselves for the real impact to take place. The same is true for Christmas. We're going to talk about Jesus this season, the reason for this season. We're going to tell the story about his incredible birth, his immense love for us, which is the reason he came, right? And his powerful impact that he has on each and every one of our lives. But what I want you to hear tonight is this: you need to go see it for yourself. I remember one of the best light displays in Denver that I had ever seen. I knew a guy named Ray, and he started decorating his house in September every year so that it would be ready for people to come and visit his house and see his light display in the second week of December. That's crazy. It took him so long to set everything up. He told me that his electricity bill alone, along with the free hot chocolate and cookies and goodies that he gave out, cost him around $20,000 a year. He spent that to bring joy, to bring the message, honestly, of Jesus, because he was a Christian, to those who really need an impact. So, my first time there, I remember I pulled up to the house, and the front yard alone would just consume your time. As you would see the amazing colors and the design that he put together, it was incredible. Now, the experience didn't just take place in the front yard, it was a backyard experience too. And so everyone would park their cars in this cul-de-sac. They'd get out of their cars, they'd walk through this amazing experience. First, you'd stop at the hot chocolate bar that was free and grab some goodies to eat. He had a mini train track set that went all over the front yard and the backyard. And during your adventure, throughout this entire time, you would see this train pass by you about every 5 minutes. It was massive. And every 20 feet or so, you'd see a whole new theme with lights and entertainment. Each station would catch your attention and draw you in to the experience. And you'd see the detail and the time that was spent to put these displays together. And in fact, it was an experience that was so good, so epic, so incredible, an experience that was so amazing that it's actually really difficult to try and explain to other people. You just have to go and see it for yourself. At some point, you need to find a way to go and see it for yourself. Some things in life just can't be explained. They need to be experienced. And that is what I'm challenging you to do during this Christmas season. But do that with the Christmas story. Listen, after hearing there's an incredible interactive lights display, I bet it intrigues you just a little bit. Or maybe now you're like, I've got to go see it. But listen, lights and entertainment, they fail in comparison to an encounter with Jesus. In fact, that's the part of Christmas, the Christmas story, that I want to zoom in on with you tonight. The Christmas story, it's incredible. Everyone should read it. It's found in Luke chapter 2. In fact, I hope that you'll read it more than once this season. But reading it, it's the beginning. But diving into the story, placing yourself in the story with the characters and interacting with it, that's where you've got to land this season. Reading the story from different points of view and learning about some of the details that are in the story that will just begin to invigorate your life. But most of us actually hear the story every year, and it usually kind of glazes our eyes over, and you wonder, why is this story told every single year? It's the same story. But the truth is this: there's power. There's something incredible about this story. But this year, I hope you'll take a challenge that we're going to learn from the shepherds after they heard about an incredible opportunity to have an encounter with God. How are your encounters with God? Wait, let's just dive right into the passage, this story in Luke chapter 2. But let me bring you up to speed in what the story is happening. Hopefully you've heard it before. So this summary is going to be a little bit of a letdown. Here it is. Remember, Mary's pregnant with a baby that is God. God of the universe. He's wrapped in flesh. This is so messy because her and Joseph had to work through this miracle, right? God did something that has never been done before. In fact, remember, they were not married yet. And so up until this point in the world, in history, there was only one way that a woman would get pregnant. And being pregnant and not married was really frowned upon and still is today. After they work through that mess, though, and they get married, then they have to travel by donkey and foot to Joseph's hometown for a census. All the while, don't forget, Mary is very, very pregnant. I can't even imagine this. Now listen, they get there, and there's no room for them when they arrive, but they are given permission to stay in a barn with animals. And then that is when Jesus enters our world. For almost all of human history, people have thought about God like he's angry and he's distant and he's someone that needs to be appeased, right? But then God actually showed up in our world. He showed up as an infant to show that he was humble and he was kind. And he showed up to let us know that he really does get us and he understands us. God showed up in the world, just like you showed up in the world. God himself experienced what it was like to be human, what it was like to be, well, you and me. The Christmas story, it's a remarkable picture of what God is like. God wanted to put himself in your shoes, wrap himself in skin like you, and experience all the feelings that you felt. You see, in his life, Jesus would experience betrayal. He would get frustrated. He would see one of his best friends die. He would know what it was like to be rejected by others. He would also know what it was like to have a close-knit group of friends, right? He would experience the joys of the world around him, and he knew how to throw a party here and there. If you ever wonder if God knows you, and if God loves you, if you've ever wondered if God understands you, if you've ever wondered if God knows what it's like to live on this planet, he does. The Christmas story is the proof of that. You see, the gospel writer, Luke, he tells us this in this chapter 2 story that really happened. But I want to zoom in on verses 8 through 15. I'm going to read them for you. Luke chapter 2, verses 8 through 15. Says this, and there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, don't be afraid. I bring to you good news that will cause great joy for all people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah. He's the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find the baby wrapped in clothes and lying in a manger. Suddenly, a great company of heavenly hosts appeared with angels praising God and saying, glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those whom his favor rests. Now when the angels had left them and had gone back into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, let's go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about. Did you catch that? Did you catch it? The shepherds looked at one another and they said, let's go see this thing that has happened. Let's experience God for ourselves. And they did. And it literally changed their lives forever, just like every experience with God usually does. Now, I don't know how you're impacted by the Christmas story. Maybe you believe it all. Maybe you believe none of it. Maybe you feel something. Maybe you feel nothing. No matter where you are at and where you land with the story, I want to encourage you to do something that nobody would have expected in the first century. And that's this: to follow the example of the shepherds. Do what they did. Go see for yourself. Go see for yourself. Sometimes we need to simply go and see for ourselves. We can't let someone else's experience tell us what to believe. We need to experience it for ourselves. Now, I realize that Jesus' birth took place more than 2,000 years ago, and you can't run to Bethlehem right now and see the baby Jesus for yourself, right? He's not there right now. Plus, we're kind of in a pandemic, and unfortunately we kind of need to quarantine a bit to help others. right? It's hard. We gotta help. So, seeing the baby Jesus is not the challenge. Don't get caught up on that. What I'm challenging you to do is this. I'm challenging you to believe that Jesus came to give you life and life to its fullest. I'm challenging you to press in during this Christmas season and encounter what Jesus has for you in every strange or amazing moment. I want you to put your preferences aside. I want you to put your agendas aside. I want you to do that so that you can encounter God as much as you possibly can this season. So here's my challenge. Go see for yourself. The go part of the challenge. Check it out. This is the saying yes to just about every possible safe experience during the Christmas season. The first step to nearly every good thing in life is just to simply show up. Simply show up. Now, here's some ideas. Be excited when you're on those Zoom calls or Google Classroom because Jesus can be seen there. Jesus actually has a plan for you there. Don't just get bummed out because it's not your preference and you don't like it. It's not great, but God will do incredible things. Show up. Attend the Christmas Around the World Lights experience that's happening next week at Mission Hills. It's going to be incredible to drive through experience that will be life-changing. Christmas around the world, the stories being told. Participate. Plan to be there. Even if there's a wait list or it feels full, show up and be a part of that. Keep close with your small group or join one if you don't have one. Reach out and step into their lives during this season when we pause student ministry for the Christmas season. Don't lose touch. Be intentional with them still. Attend a Christmas Eve service, either online or in person. We're going to have like 7 or 8 services. It's going to be incredible. And I want you just to be a part of that. Show up. Get ready for whatever it looks like in January. We don't know, but we're ready for what God wants to do in January. So put aside your preferences and put aside all the ways that you'd like it to be done. And I want you to experience the purpose that God has for you. Now, that's the go challenge. The see for yourself part of the challenge, it's actually the hardest. To go, it just means show up, right? But to see for yourself, it's the part where you got to try some consistent new things. You got to try some Jesus things. Ask some questions about faith. To your small group leader, to your friends, to your family. Ask me about life, about things that are going on, and really engage in them. Try to get the word in your life every day. Open the Bible, especially. Make sure you read Luke chapter 2, the Christmas story. And do some studying on it. Or ask some questions to a friend about it. Don't just read it and leave it, but engage with it because there's so much there. Another idea is this. It's Advent season. And there are some great Advent calendars and readings and experiences out there, and they can help you really bring the Christmas story alive. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Do one. Pick one. Stick to it. In fact, invite your family into one. If your family's doing one, participate. Really engage. Get creative in how you encounter your faith in God this season. Pursue Him. Think about giving this Christmas and less about receiving. That's tough. I know what I want for Christmas. The receiving. But what am I giving? And beyond presents, what am I really giving my family, my friends, the people that I'm going to invest in this season? Make the effort to pour into the lives of those in your small group. Touch in with the leader during this season. Get to know those who you really have never really connected with before. Another idea is this: when you're on Zoom, when you're on social media, when you're playing video games, or when you're doing virtual school, get creative and get bold for Jesus. Try encouraging someone. Don't forget to encourage your teachers. They're discouraged. That's huge. Listen, talk about your faith on there. Engage in someone's life. Invite them to Mission Hills' outreach or just to a Christmas Eve service. You'd be surprised what an invite will do in someone's life. Even more, serve. serve at our Mission Hills Outreach, the Christmas Around the World event. We need actors still to play the shepherds and to be the actors that interact with the cars that are driving through. We need people to help direct some of the cars as they are going through. Sign up right now on the website. We need you to help us out. Listen, when choosing to go see God for yourself, if it's going to be life-changing, you have to choose it. You have to say, I'm in. Now, whether you're new to this whole God stuff or you've been a Christian all your life, God has something absolutely incredible, amazing for your life this Christmas. So my challenge is this: go and see for yourself.
Gosh, I love that challenge. Hey, go and see for yourself. Gigi, have you ever been in that situation where you see someone like, whether you heard about someone doing something awesome like with their faith or like, really stepping in and, you're like, gosh, that is so cool, but you never do anything about that? Have you ever been that way?
I have, Jason, but here's the thing. I always feel this crazy excitement when I see somebody taking a risk I wish I was brave enough to do, and I get like a little bit braver in that moment.
Oh my gosh.
And that's one way that my friends encourage me to like go and take those risks and get out of the boat.
It's such a real thing, and I love that message. In the season of Christmas, we're challenged. Dave challenges us to go and be a part of what God's doing, and God is moving in awesome ways. It's just a matter of us. Are we willing to kind of step into that and be a part of that? But yeah, we want to challenge you guys. Go and live that out tonight. So as we are closing our time together, hey, JG, I think we've got some pretty awesome Christmas sweater entries
Yes,
tonight.
we do. I have been manning the Gmail account all night. I've been watching the submissions come in, and we've got some pretty great Christmas sweater submissions, some ugly Christmas sweater renditions. They're far better than me. I look like a dadgum gingerbread man, but let's see what we got. We have, in terms of submissions, where is it?
Hold up.
Maybe y'all can see it. If y'all can see it, I know Austin West put in one. I know Ariel Bailey put in one. They look awesome.
There we go. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
look
good.
at that. I love the reindeer with the antlers.
That...
I really hope that actually lights up in real person. All right, who else we got? We have also got the Fry brothers.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Man, you just saved your parents so much time with a family photo for a Christmas card. Good job, boys.
There we go.
All right, onward. We got one last slide. And here we have Chrissy Schultz and Ashlyn Williams. Great job. I am very enthused and impressed by the amount of good Christmas sweaters we have.
We've got some pretty stellar Christmas sweaters going on here.
Yes, they are all better than mine.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that red onesie that you've got going on.
I'm sorry to everybody for what I'm doing to your eyes. Hey, all right. I think we have maybe some prizes to give away. Maybe some
I do believe
Christmas socks. That's why they call them Christmas socks. Who do we got? Who are we giving some free footwear to? Let's see. Who do we have? Maddie Myers.
Maddie Myers.
You are
Congratulations. You got some pretty fly
footies.
Christmas socks coming your way.
Sweaty socks.
Some sweaty socks.
They're going to be. Have fun.
Yep. So we've got, again, tonight is our last night for 2020, but that doesn't mean that we're stopping what we're doing here because God's still moving in awesome ways. So we've got a couple of really awesome outreach opportunities for you guys to be a part of. So next week, if you guys haven't heard, we have Hope Around the World happening here at Mission Hills. It'll be out in the parking lot. We've got a bunch of opportunities for you guys to serve, whether that is, you're really into acting and getting kind of dressed up. We need people who are willing to come and be a part of like the live nativity scene that's happening as families are driving through and experiencing this Hope Around the World stuff that we've got going on. We also have, if you're not really into that, dressing up and kind of doing all that, that's all right. We've got opportunities for you guys to come and be a part of helping us organize and direct traffic as cars are coming in. We need people to be able to help point them in the right direction. So go over to Mission Hills Hope Around the World website. If you type in exclamation point hope, you'll get a link to that website. Again, go check it out. You can register there. If you have any questions, reach out to your small group leader. If they don't know, they can always reach out to us. And the other opportunity is up until December 13th, Mission Hills is doing a toy drive. So now you guys did an awesome job filling shoe boxes last week, but this one's a little different. So this is going to impact our community directly. So there are a lot of families that are struggling during this Christmas time. And it's just a little opportunity for us to be able to give a little bit of joy, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of something for those families to have. So there's going to be a toy drive that's going to be happening, or we'll be collecting until December 13th. So bring any old, or go buy some new toys and bring them to Mission Hills Church, and you can donate them here or bring them down to the Life Center, and you can get those to kind of families in need, families that are really just looking for some hope, looking for some love, looking for something that can help them get through this Christmas season. Anyway, guys, that wraps up our section of tonight. This is the last time we'll be seeing you before January 2021, so we'll be looking forward to the new year. But with that being said, we're going to send you guys, whatever your Christmas party with your small group looks like, if that's on Zoom or in person, we just want to hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you guys soon, all right?
Merry Christmas. See you soon.
Woo!